Well, the miracle of modern technology. It's dark outside. Actually, not quite. Way over there, that's the street light. Don't let that fool you. But way over there in the west, you can just see the sky still a tiny bit blue, which is very unusual because it's almost 5:30 now. And to have it even still be a tiny bit light at 5:30 is a glorious thing here. My face keeps turning red because the car in front keeps flashing his brake lights, and so then I get completely red. Today I'm thinking about the daily transformation for the bold, the light rope. So, we have enough things that happen to us that are easy, good, and difficult in the same day all the time. And when days get particularly challenging, sometimes we get the feeling like, who am I to even have an opinion? Who am I to say anything? Why would anybody pay attention to me? And I know that if you're trying to create a business online, or a business anywhere, or even if you're at work and you're trying to get a promotion or make a name for yourself or do a good job or just hold on to life in a sane way, it's not difficult to get to a place where you feel like, who am I to even have an opinion? Why would anyone listen to what I think, what I have to say, my ideas? And I'm just tired of being beat down, and so I'll just sort of shrivel up. Well, I want to talk about that today. Who are you to have an opinion? Who are you to be listened to be paid attention? My face went green. Guess why? The light turned green we're waiting for. That's okay. So let's just dig right down into that. Who are you? Well, here's a couple of key facts. You're a creator. You have the ability to create your life. You are the moving cause of action in your life. It isn't people outside. It isn't outside forces. It isn't your boss, your spouse, your mate, your significant other, your kids, your abilities or disabilities, or whatever it is you think you have. That isn't the moving cause of action. And you know that inherently in your heart, because you know, and I know, people with all kinds of spectacular abilities that have wasted them. And we also know people with all kinds of struggles, challenges, and something we would have called disabilities who have made amazing contributions. So let's just think of some of those. Stephen Hawking, genius of our time, physicist, astrophysicist, cosmologist, and inventor of cool things having to do with how the universe was formed, and all those kinds of things. Massive physical challenges, but a super powerful brain, and has not let his physical challenges overcome his abilities that he can contribute. And you might think, and some do, well, that's just the rare exception. That's actually not true. I just saw another example the other day of a guy who had an incredible array of physical challenges, and he is an accountant, and he doesn't have any hands, and he does his accounting work with a pen in his teeth. Now, what on earth would drive someone to want to be an accountant, which is very, either computer keystroke or pen intensive, so badly that you operate the equipment with your teeth? Well, a desire to contribute, a desire to be somebody and to do something. Now, there's nothing particularly glamorous about accounting, and I'm no offense to those that are accountants and love numbers, but you wouldn't think of the great contributions to society coming in that fashion. But he's dedicated enough to it that he does it with his teeth and a pen. So the idea that you or I are not important, or that we can't make a contribution because we've got all these cards stacked against us, is just not true. You can, and you will, and you should. Now, obviously you have a choice. So do I. You can choose to do nothing. You can choose to give up, give in, and just be that discouraged self, and give in to that sort of voice that says, who am I to have an opinion? Who am I to say something? Who am I to be listened to? Or you can declare that you are something and someone, and then make that contribution. That choice is always yours to make. That choice is always yours to make. So today I want to encourage you to take that choice seriously. It is so easy to abdicate that choice to circumstance. Well, I'll start my diet tomorrow is a famous one, right? I'll start my diet tomorrow, and just a minute, I'm trying to raise up the brightness here just a little there. I'll start my diet tomorrow. I'll start my exercise tomorrow. I'll quit smoking tomorrow. I will this, whatever it is tomorrow. And that really is the same sort of defeatist attitude. Anything but today, anything but now. Often, when we get to a place of, who am I to have an opinion, it's sort of like a cop-out, because we just don't really want to do the work that it takes. We don't really want to do the push-ups or whatever, however you want to describe that. We want the accolades and the privileges and the excitement and the recognition that comes with a certain set of accomplishments, but we don't want to put forth the effort that it takes to make that our life. We would rather perhaps complain about others that have it, or about circumstances that prevent us. So the point of my thing today is the answer to the question, who are you to have an opinion? You are a divine creation with divine gifts and talents that are unique to you, that you can contribute to the world in a way no one else can. Now, whether or not you choose to magnify that or make it powerful and do something good with it is up to you, and it's up to me. It's a choice that we have not just once, but every day, every hour, all the time. My strongest encouragement to you today is to take that choice seriously and make it intentionally. Don't abdicate such important choices. You live once, I live once, each day goes by only once, and there really aren't that many of them. I mean, if you think there's 365 days in a year, about 1,000 days in 3 years, 30 years is about, 30,000 days, right? So maybe in 100 years, you've got 90,000 days. That isn't really that many, and throwing them away is just not the answer. So own your opportunities. Make your choices intentionally. And above all, break the cage now.